Welcome to my allotment diary for the second week of June. I mentioned in last week's video the allotment needed water, and this brings to mind the phrase, be careful what you wish for, because we had a month's rain in 2 days, which I think is a bit excessive. After Sunday's preparation, it was not till Wednesday evening when it was suitable to visit the plot and view what changes or no changes had occurred due to the excessive rain. A task delayed by the rain was to plant out some succession brassicas from the polytunnel, which rather than keep watering would be more suited to being planted out in the prepared bed. What I found was bean pods started to swell. Runner beans started to twist round the poles. Beetroot had started to swell. Heads on the calabrese were ready to harvest. And peas were creeping up their support, and dwarf French beans were showing above ground. Which leads me onto topping up the King Edward potatoes and placing some gifted horse manure onto bed 6, which for the present is lying fallow, which coincided with a recent upload from Charles Downing on using less compost to grow great plants, which caused me to reassess what I've actually used and what actually it has cost me for this season. This spreadsheet was produced so I could get my head round the subject. Pause if interested, or move on. My principal purchase of compost is for growing potatoes in 16 number 30 litre bags or buckets, which I fill with cheap compost, which is 12 number 50 litre bags, purchased at £10 for 4, giving me a total cost of £30. The bed they sit on is left fallow till the potatoes are harvested, and for this season is covered with fresh horse manure, donated by a local equestrian. Most people who enter into the discussion with me on the no-dig method comment on the expense of purchasing all that compost. Even the experienced YouTuber and allotmenteer Sean Cameron has posted he is not using no-dig due to the cost of compost. Well, how much compost do I need, and what does it cost me? The internal dimensions of a bed, and this one is the first built on the plot, is 11 foot 7 and a quarter and by 48 inches 4 feet, which for a 1 inch layer, which is 25 millimeters, takes 220 litres of compost, a tad short of 4 bags, i.e. £10. The compost from the potatoes is reused again next season and will cover 3 beds. Compost is not used for the brassicas, which covers 3 beds. For this I use mushroom compost, which comes to a cost of £30. Compost is not used for bed 7, which is rhubarb. This is covered just with fresh horse manure each year. Bed 13, which contains celeriac and shares with the broad beans, and bed 14, which is a sweet corn, and they use professional compost, which cost me £29.98. Just breaking off discussing compost for a minute to show a couple of interesting shots you may enjoy. Look at this, the black hand gangs. No, I said wash my hands, not my face.
Come on, stay with me, stay with me, stay with me.
Hope you like that. And then there is the DIY compost, made on the plot, and the cry goes out, I can't make enough. I originally had 3 bins, working on the theory, fill a bin up, turn it at regular intervals. And using Charles Downing's mantra, if it's organic, it will in time compost. And a full bin reduces down to 1/3, which then goes into a single bin. So, how much compost have I made for this coming autumn? Well, the dimensions on my bins are 950 by 865 by 850. The depth of compost at present is 550. My plan is to plant squash or courgettes in the top, therefore will give me 452 cubic litres, which if we divide by 50 gives me 9 bags. I mix my compost with leaf mould, which will expand my compost to around 10 bags, which is sufficient for 2 beds, which have been taken up by the strawberry bed and the runner bean bed. Well, that's it for this week. Hope you've enjoyed it. Thumbs up would be nice. I'd like lots of comments on this subject. If you've not already done so, please subscribe. But till then, take care and bye.